This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more live on Full HD TV, radio, talk for media, TV, radio, and podcasting. And you know what? I've been looking forward to this for a long time. So, from Nashville, Tennessee, he's always an iconic actor, whatever hour it is, great dancer, the one and only Howard Wiggins, all the way live from Houston, Texas. Just running.
Oh, we have a lag.
Hello. Hi.
And Jimmy Starr from Palm Springs.
I was like, can anybody hear me? I wasn't sure.
Hi. Brian has frozen on us a little bit, so Brian lagged out and he frozen. So Rachel, take over. You're the co-host.
All right.
There we go. Let's do it.
All right. Welcome, Natasha. What's going on with you? Tell us what you've been doing. I know you've been doing some exciting things.
Well, yeah. I have been doing a lot of crazy stuff. I came back from Las Vegas last week, and I was there for the Latin Grammy Music Week, and I was networking, performing at the Hard Rock. So it's been ever since I came back from Vegas, like everything has been like super crazy, but I'm just so blessed and grateful that I was able to experience that and meet people in the industry and get my name out there. Yeah, it's been one hell of a ride, and I have my new single out, so I've been doing lots of cool, crazy things.
I saw that. Does DJ have a clip of that we could post, because that was so cool? Your new video.
Oh yeah, I was in it to win it. I was all solo, like the music video was all Tosh Baby, and I was rocking it. Brian never sent it to DJ, but if you guys can definitely see it on my YouTube channel, go to @vocallytosh on Instagram, and you'll see the whole music video. And I'm actually at 9 p.m. Eastern time today, I am uploading the dance challenge. I want everybody to do and tag me so I can repost you. Maybe there's some like cool goodies that are coming if you do the dance.
I like it.
I know Howard's going to do the dance. Howard, are you going to do the dance?
Are you going to be here in Nashville so we can do it together? Are you going to come to Nashville Judy Garland event so we can do it together?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Both of you guys, if you guys are together in Nashville, you got to do it. You got to do it and tag me, and I'll put Photoshop myself in there.
So real quick, guys. So Brian, do you have your computer and your phone both going at the same time? Because if you do, turn one off.
No, power went out. It just blinked out. It's weird. So it's running back up. So Jimmy, I'm going to have you introduce yourself, and then I'm going to come in through there in like 60 seconds. Go for it.
Oh, hey, what's up? I can hear me. What's up, everybody? I'm Jimmy Starr, with producer and a publicist, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see all of you guys. and I can't do the dance, Tosh, because I had knee surgery and I'm a gimp. I can't do it, but I could do like a gimp dance. I could do
there
like
we
a
go.
gimp.
It's there's a lot of hand motion in there, so you can still do it.
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with all of you guys and Brian when we work out his little echo problem. And I love the show. And Brian's been on our show, and I've been on his show, and it's fabulous. And so we hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend and having a good time tonight.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy, talk about why your show is so successful for the audience.
Oh, okay. Well, my show is called The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Ron was on the show here a couple of weeks ago. It's an entertainment interview show, kind of like a celebrity conversation show, because we don't ever like have questions or anything figured out. We just have a conversation with different cool celebrities, and we have a chat room, and the people in the chat room, help promote the show a lot. We're on the air for a little over 15 years, so they didn't even have they didn't have a term podcast back when I started doing this. So we've been on the air for 15 years. We're also on, this is Talk 4 TV, and I'm on Talk 4 TV, but I'm out of Florida on the W4CY station, and I've been there for 15 years. And I think we're popular because I don't actually know why. We're popular because we're not like every other show. First of all, it's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, and Ron Russell is never like he's not filtered whatsoever, so you never know what he's going to say. He's 82 years old, and he says whatever. We bring on a lot of really fun celebrity guests. We have a lot of fans over the years, and they all help promote the show, which brings more people into the show. And I've got 1.2 million followers in social media, so that helps a lot also to help promote things. And we just bring on new, exciting, and interesting guests like you guys do every week. But we've just been around like a long time.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you on. You're awesome. We love you.
Thank you. I love doing this stuff, and so it's a lot of fun.
Jimmy, I have a question on your shows. Do you when you have people on? Do you do any games or any fun things to kind of get their personality out and not just a Q&A? Do you do any of that?
Nothing at all. It's straight. Oh, well, I mean, if it's a music artist, we'll play their music video. Like next week, I have Emblem 3 coming on. They came in I think second place on America's Got Talent a couple of years ago, and they're really good. And no, not America's Got Talent, X Factor. And so we'll play their. They have a new music video that just came out, so we'll play that. But basically, we just shoot the shit with people. But I mean, because we talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about. We talk about penis sizes and boob size.
That sounds like a fun show. I want to be on it.
I know, right?
Who's having sex with who, and who do you want to have sex with? And we always ask actors and actresses, if your bucket list, if you could act with any male and female actor, who do you want to work with, and who would you like to have a love scene with? I mean, we ask questions fun things, to make it all kind of fun. And with musicians, we ask them, what bands they'd like to tour with, or who they like to open for, or who they like to do a duet with, or different kinds of things. And then the conversation just goes based on whatever your answer is. Because all I do is have notes. If you have a new song, I'll have the name of the song written down, but I don't have any questions. So wherever the conversation goes, it goes. And it usually ends up going in a fun place. It usually ends up going in a really fun place because it's not scripted whatsoever.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, I think it's just fun. Everybody has the ability to talk, and everybody, most everybody. I think. I mean, we've entered thousands, over 1,000 people probably in the time that we've been on, and I think we've only had maybe 10 duds, which isn't bad with so many shows.
Right.
Because some people just, when you get people and you ask them a question and they say yes or no, and they don't ever elaborate. Those are the kind of people that are just duds. They can't. Yeah. They don't. It's like, oh my God, you're famous. You're in $100 million movie, and you can't put 3 words together for a sentence. Come on, give me a break. There's just no way. That's unbelievable, and that's just terrible. But we have a really good time. The whole thing is just to have a good time and then promote everything in social media. And most of the time we become friends with people when they come to town, or they're in LA. It depends on where they are. We usually become friends with them. A lot of times they come to our dinner. We live in Palm Springs, where they'll come to dinner, in Palm Springs, and we develop kind of relationships with them. And then I know a lot of famous people when I'm producing movies that I can go to, to be in the movies.
Nice. So who cooks? Do you cook?
No, Ron cooks.
No. Ron cooks?
Ron cooks. I do the dishes.
Hey, who did the turkey?
Actually, we had Thanksgiving at my stepdaughter's house, Ron's 2 daughters' house, so they cooked. We didn't have to cook, but we'll be cooking for Christmas.
What are you gonna make?
I have no idea. I'm not gonna make anything.
You're just gonna eat it. You're just gonna enjoy everything.
That's right. I just eat and do dishes, and we're all on a trying to. We're all on a trying to. Everybody in the family's on a trying to cut back from sugar diet. Trying to cut out sugar. So Ron's cut out sugar. I lost like 20 pounds in the last month just by eating cookies and ice cream and cake. And
what? Okay, that is. You must be eating sugar-free ice cream and cookies.
No, I'm not eating any ice cream or cookies. I've been eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cut it out. The only thing I didn't stop is Coca-Cola because I'm a soda drinker, so I didn't stop the Coca-Cola. But I got rid of this in my office. I used to have bags of candy and candy bars and cookies, and I would just sit here and eat and then after dinner we would always eat chocolate cake and things like that. So I cut all that out, and basically I eat a piece of pound cake for breakfast with a Coke, and I don't eat any other stuff besides my meals. And I'm eating salads and vegetables and all the things that
you need. Balance 7.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I have that. They sent it to me so I would do plugs for it.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, I've started this. We had this guy on, he's a doctor in California.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what? He's fabulous. He opened up this clinic for people that can't afford healthcare, and he has all this cool stuff. And this is to put your body in. Have you tried it yet?
Yes, I tried it. I used the whole thing. It was great.
Oh my God, it tastes horrible, right?
Everything that's good for you tastes horrible.
They say if the more horrible it tastes, the more you need it. So it gets better and better the more you use it, and so because it puts your body in an alkaline state. I tell you what, we went to
right? Dr. Norstani, I think his name was Dr. Norstani.
Yeah, Dr. Norstani. And we went out to the country this past weekend for Thanksgiving, and there was a little girl out there, and she was coughing on everyone. I was protected. Everybody else got sick.
Oh wow, there you go. That's a good plug. Balance 7, everybody, check it out.
Yeah, Balance 7. Good stuff.
Natasha, have you tried yours? I know he's been.
Howard, did you get some?
No, I haven't gotten any, but I can tell the difference in the way you look, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you feel good. You drink it 3 times a day, like an ounce, and I feel
alkaline.
Yeah. I used to take these afternoon naps. No more.
Not anymore.
Yep. Jimmy, you still with us?
Yes, I'm with us.
I keep staring at that thing behind you. You've got an alien.
Oh yeah, there's an alien and a mummy. Hang on. An alien and a mummy.
Are we on a set? Are we on a set? Where are you?
This is my office. I collect action figures, so this is my office. That's my Chucky collection over here in the.
Oh my God, I was so afraid of Chucky when I was young. That was literally my nightmare.
So now my whole room is it's 100%. Every inch of it is taken up with action figures, and it's Christmas is coming, which is my favorite because that's when I always get a bunch of new ones. I don't have any money in from my retirement, but I have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of action figures.
You know what? I bet that stuff is worth money.
Oh, some of it is. Okay, so Brian wants me to talk about how I started. So in entertainment and how actually everything I do is kind of interrelated. I started out, as a youngster, I was an extra in all kinds of TV shows and movies and stuff. And then as I got older, I was living in Florida and I was a clothing designer. I just wanted to be a clothing designer. I dressed up in John and Madonna and all kinds of really cool people. And I thought I would, and I was watching CSI Miami. You guys ever see CSI Miami? That guy with the red hair.
I live in Miami, so I love that.
So David Caruso, like I was watching it one day and I was like, he's like not actually friends with Sophia Milos, who was on that show too. But I was looking at David Caruso and I was like, he really can't act. He's like does the same thing every time. He's a terrible actor. I was like, if he could do it, I could do it. So I just started going on auditions and I booked my first 10 auditions straight. And so then I started acting and doing a lot of acting. But I'm really not any good. I'm not really good at it. It was fun. I mean, I've been in like 200 movies, but it's primarily because I have 1 million followers in social media and people want me to promote whatever.
It's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers.
Yeah. So now all I do, basically I produce now, but I don't actually act. Like I have a movie coming up in January and I'll have a cameo where I'll walk through just so you see me or something, but I won't be a character in it because I really don't act. Ron's the actor and I'm the producer. But it all kind of goes together. And then I produced about 40 something movies and I was a clothing designer. I dressed every major horror movie star on the planet, Clive Barker and Pinhead and Freddy Krueger and all those people. I know all of them and I dressed all of them. And that's like a big thing for me because like my whole room is filled with horror stuff. And I've got them all. I have all these action figures that are signed, by all these people. And then I met Eileen Shapiro came on our show, who's an author. And we had a good time with her on the show, and Ron became friends with her. And then we decided to go on a ghost hunt in an old abandoned insane asylum in New York. And we went there with a medium, Kadosha Onokoro, the queen of the paranormal, and Ricky Rebel, who's like a pop star. And we went on this thing. And afterwards, we all started talking. And we were talking about how we all met through this one publicist. And then we were talking about how we met through this one publicist and that she was charging people a ton of money to come on my show. But I didn't know it, and she was charging people a ton of money for Eileen to interview him because Eileen used to write for the Huffington Post. And so we were just talking, and we couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, she made all that money. I booked like 100 people. She was charging them like $2,500 to come on the show. And I was like, wow, she made a lot of money, and I didn't get shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm struggling. So
shit.
So Eileen and I were talking, and she was like, "Do publicists contact you all the time? Get help on stuff?" And I said, "Yeah, because I know a lot of people." I was like, "All the time." She said, "Me too." She said, "We should start our own PR firm," And I was like, "Okay." And then the next day, we came up with the name World Star PR, and within 10 days, we had 10 clients.
Wow.
And after 6 months, we got the name the best entertainment publicist in the U.S. And it kind of just went from there. So we've been doing it for about 6 years now. And so I'm a publicist, which is great for all the music people and all the shows and the movies and stuff. And then I produce the movies, which I have 9 films in different stages of development right now. And then I've got the show. And I could act a lot, but I just don't because I really do suck when I see myself and I see how bad. I mean, I'm not as bad as some people who think they're really good, but I'm really not. I'm not really good.
And that's clients in the world.
Oh yeah, I have great clients. I have phenomenal clients. We work with a lot. Actually, Brian's had a bunch of our clients on the show over the years, and especially the musician clients. And the clients, change all the time. It's just like an actor goes from movie to movie, and publicist client, and music. So Tash, you live in Miami now?
Yeah, I live in Miami, but I'm always traveling, always trying to get my name out there. So I go to events, showcases, and all that stuff too. I just started music. I mean, I've been doing music for since I was young, but I started professionally, writing my own music, producing it with a producer 2 years ago. So I'm still pretty new to the game, but honestly, everything that I've done until today, I've done it by myself, and I'm very proud of how I've been progressing. And people really love my music. My music is it's Spanish, it's Latin pop, urban Latin, reggaeton. So when you listen to it, it makes you want to dance. And if you don't understand the lyrics, you still get the vibe. And once you get to know me, my personality just shines out within through my music. So yeah, it's a fun journey. I'm happy. I'm enjoying the journey, and I know that I'm doing the right thing because I used to work in PR. I studied publicity in college. I worked in a PR firm when I graduated, and I was miserable. I hated it. I was like, this is this is not for me. I'm meant to be out in the crowd, meant to be out performing. And I, when the pandemic hit, I was like, this is my time. And I haven't looked back since.
Good for you. I like to do both. So I like to be behind the scenes controlling everything, and I like to be in front of the camera also. So I like to do both. But I think when you say you're like because you look young. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but you definitely don't look like you should have graduated college.
I know. I have a baby face. I'm 27, but I drink that collagen very every day religiously, and it's kept me tight.
That's terrific, though. You'll love it. I mean, South Florida is a good place to be. I can remember back when I was a clothing designer, they had a thing called the Dance Star USA Awards, and I walked the red carpet with Paris Hilton and Nick Carter and a whole bunch of awesome people. And then I went to the MTV Awards and the after parties with Good Charlotte, and we had a really good time. There was a lot of fun stuff to do, especially when MTV was the award shows down there back in the day. But when that was going on, you would have been 10.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't have been in those parties.
Jimmy, she's been on Wonderama with Charles Armstrong.
Oh, yes, I am. Actually, they're one of my clients, too, as a PR firm. Wonderama was one of our clients. And,
I went. They were amazing. They invited me for their season 7 to perform in Times Square. So I did that in July, which was my first time performing in Times Square for a show. So it was very, very cool to do that. They're awesome. I love them.
Those are kind of things, that put on your resume of things that you've done too. Because how many people can say they performed in Times Square? I mean, it's few and far between. So that's a big, it's a big deal. But you gotta love it. Okay, so Howard, we don't hear anything from you. You have to say something.
Ask me a question.
Howard is soaking it in.
I got lots of stories. I just did another podcast show with Crystal on health, so that's coming up tomorrow, actually. So.
Oh, that's good. That's fun.
Yeah.
I actually love it. Oh, so I'm taking clues from Brian too. So I produce films, you guys. I've got about a slate with about 28 films on them. And I'm always looking for financing. So anybody tuning in and listening, who we do projects anywhere from, I've got films at 120,000 up to 17 million. And, if you actually reach out to me and have someone who is able to invest, if you're a middleman or whatever, we have a standard 5% finder's fee, basically, fit into that. So if you bring me somebody, and they give me $5 million, you make $250,000. And so if you know anybody who does it, and all my films make money, or at least they all have. I don't have any films that are a bomb. So just put that out there for everybody who's into it. And because you never know. I put this thing out on Twitter and LinkedIn every day. I put out a thing looking for investors, and I get a lot of people, from it. Just people interested in it. So any kind of help that we can get, we appreciate.
Heck yeah.
How does that
tell them what you do
work?
yet?
What?
Did you tell them who you are and what you do yet?
Oh, okay. So I'm Rachel Roberts Recipes. I'm in Houston, Texas. And I like to cook, and I like to do a morning show, coffee talk. And, I talk about fun things that are happening during the day and, great coffee, things that I like, products I like, things I'm using on my face and putting in my body. And Brian, you missed it, but we talked about the Balance 7. It's so good. I feel great. Yeah.
Rachel, did you cook anything today, or are you drinking anything dirty today?
Oh my, well, I am. I'm drinking a little, I got some bourbon. And you know what's cool? Oh my gosh, there's a guy I met, and he was on in that movie, White Men Can't Jump, or Black Men Can't, whatever it is. Anyway, he's on that. And he makes a whiskey, and he's sending me a bottle right now. And I'm like, yay! Finally, I have somebody that's in the alcohol business that I can
yes.
Right?
So now you're gonna create some fire cocktails.
Yes.
Use it as the promotion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Did you cook anything this past weekend? Or you
oh
didn't
my
cook
gosh.
anything?
We went out to Hill Country, and we stayed in this ranch with friends, and these are the fourth richest people in Texas, and they flew in on their helicopters, and it was surreal. And we had a cook out there, and of course I was like wanting to hang out with the cook because I cook. And so, that's what we did. I was out there hanging out with them, and then all these very wealthy, very, very the very wealthy people, but they didn't come off like that. They look like, regular people. And it was a lot of fun. It was very relaxing. It was completely off the grid. You couldn't even make a phone call out there. It was so nice. So yeah. Natasha, what did you do?
Well, I mean, since I had to come back from Vegas, I just wanted to be home. Like, I did not want to go out. So we had my mom cooked, my grandma cooked. Then I went to my boyfriend's house and had more food. So I ate all that I didn't eat last week. Huh?
Did you do the tamales?
No, the tamales, we do it for Christmas. Christmas, we do they're called ayacas, but in other countries, they call it tamales. But it's pretty much the same concept. But no, that's more of a Christmas food.
Do you know how to do it?
Tell me why you were in Vegas.
He heard. We were talking about it while you were in the dark zone. But yeah.
Grammys. Latin Grammys.
Yes. It was the Latin Grammys.
And Howard had a question, and I cut him off by accident. Go ahead, Howard. Sorry.
So I was going to tell you what I did this weekend. I went to a movie premiere. It's called Christmas Again. It was one of the best Christmas movies I've ever seen in my life. And I posted it on my Facebook so y'all can look at it. But it had music. It had some touching scenes in it, but it wasn't that touching that, it was too heavy, but I truly, truly enjoyed it. But
were you in it,
right now everywhere.
Were you in it?
No, I wish I was. No, I just have friends that I know, so I go support my friends when they do stuff too. So that's what it's all about, connections.
Was it Christmas Again or It's Christmas Again?
It's Christmas Again. It's Christmas again.
All right, I found it.
Yeah,
cool.
Jimmy, does it look like a good one?
Made with the stars, they had the stars.
I like all cheesy. Very good. I like all the cheesy Christmas movies. Ron doesn't like them, but I love them.
Too. Yeah.
This actually at the end of it, I got a little teary-eyed. I mean, I got touched by it. So
that's
nice.
Howard, tell Jimmy what you do. Tell Jimmy your background, Howard.
There was Leroy Williams. He's started the Grand Opry with Minnie Pearl and Eddie Arnold. And after that, all started came about the story. But Minnie Pearl's parents were wealthy, and they were traveling the country doing the shows. And Minnie Pearl's parents said, "We'll buy the Opry, do the show here in Nashville, and people can come see you." So that's how it started. And then was, he was actually famous at 13. He did the first cowboy musical movie with Eddie Arnold, which was, I think, 1939. I think it's called Feudin' Rhythm, if I said that correctly. But everything's on my Facebook. And one of the things I posted recently was him playing the steel guitar behind Patsy Cline. He worked with Pee Wee King back then, and Eddie Arnold took him away from Pee Wee King and hired him. And if he hadn't got that job with Eddie Arnold, he probably would have died in the plane crash with Patsy Cline and Cowboy Copas, because they were touring together before that. So.
Wow, that's incredible.
So, Rachel, why does it say Rachel Roberts Recipes? Like, do you have like recipe books or cookbooks out or something?
I'm working on the cookbook, but yeah, that's what I do. I'm a chef.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Sammy, you haven't watched any of my shows?
I haven't watched any of your shows, but now I will. Now that I know who you are, I just thought you were like a supermodel.
Amazing.
Oh no, yeah, you gotta watch. I'm like silly and weird, and it's not like a normal cooking show. It's very entertaining.
Yes, it is.
Eat
I wake up
dirty.
in the mornings for that
Right.
specifically.
Yeah.
What are some
I
of your
may or may
favorite?
not be sober. It's like cooking. It's fun. It gets a little crazy.
Oh, Brian wrote in the chat room, if you were to make something for me, what would it have been?
Oh, well, I think you sound like you'd be pretty easy to cook for because you don't like you seem like an easy pleasy person.
I'm a fucking meat and potatoes man. Like I'm like a total wasp.
Yeah.
Like meat and potatoes and pork and fucking
Hell
I don't know. Like I just all the things that are really probably bad for you. That's the stuff I like.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, Jimmy, for doing so well this month and losing 20 pounds. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like neat because now I like things fit. You know, I
Yeah.
had a half a closet worth of stuff where things didn't fit. Now I have a half a closet where stuff still doesn't fit. But before it was too small. Now it's too big.
That's hilarious.
You lost
Well,
20 pounds in 1 month? 20 pounds
Yeah.
in 1 month?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
mhm.
And how
Are
did
you
you do
doing
it?
keto?
No,
No
I'm not doing
sugar.
anything. I'm just trying to cut sugar out, and I cut out
Mhm.
sugar. I cut out cookies and ice cream and cake, basically, and because I eat a lot of ice cream. I like ice cream.
Wow.
And
So
I
you
cut those-
basically did the Atkins diet, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
used to be
yeah.
100 pounds heavier and lost it by doing that.
But it
But I
sounds
don't
like he's
do
still
too much beef though. I'm not doing like all beef, like because they want you to eat a lot of beef, and like unfortunately, well, I would do that, but Ron doesn't like that, and I don't want to have like too much cholesterol, and so
Mhm.
I'm not doing all of that. But basically, just by cutting out sugar, you can lose a lot of weight. You know, and we read things. You
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised when you go to the grocery store. Everything has sugar in it. Like we found keto
Oh,
bread.
everything, yeah.
You can eat keto bread and it doesn't have any sugar, so then you can eat.
Mhm.
You know, keto. It doesn't taste quite as good, but it's not terrible.
No. You know what? If you toast it, it tastes okay.
Yeah, we've been toasting it, and we found one that's a keto bread with like sunflower seeds in it or something, and it's pretty good too.
Who makes that?
I don't know who made it, but we got it at Walmart, I think. I think we got it at Walmart, which
Really?
I can't stand going to Walmart, but we go to Walmart. We got it at Walmart. It's like just terrible.
All right.
You know why I don't like going to
I know.
Walmart? You ever go on YouTube and like Google the videos of like the people who shop at Walmart and watch the videos? It makes you not want to go, unfortunately, because it shows like heavy set people shitting their pants and just doing like terrible things, you know, that people take
Weird
pictures of
stuff.
together in the video. Yeah, and so it makes
Yeah.
you not want to. It's kind of like eating at Golden Corral. So like when I was a kid, like my dad loved to eat at Golden Corral when I was a kid. Right?
I like
Oh
Golden
my God,
Corral.
I had
I
the
like that
worst
food.
experience at Golden Corral, and I said never again.
But you go in there and you see people, and they have like a plate of food that's like 15 inches high, and you're like, oh my God, and they're really heavy, and it makes you not want to like eat. You know, when I see that, it makes me not want to eat. I'm a super picky eater anyway. Like I don't eat any condiments. So I don't eat ketchup, mustard, or mayonnaise or salad dressing.
Oh, that's interesting.
And when I was a kid, and I had to do a commercial for freaking Heinz one time, I did a commercial.
Oh my God.
It's on my lip, and I thought I was gonna vomit. But I actually I don't eat any. And the reason when I was little, and my mom would take me like places, it seemed like all the heavy people always poured a bunch of condiments on things. So in my head, when I was a little kid, I thought, okay, if you eat condiments, you're automatically fat. So I stopped eating, so I didn't eat them. So I don't like the way they taste. But the reason I don't eat because in my head, that was my perception that the only people, the way you get fat is by eating condiments, you know, adding it to your thing. And I know it's warped and totally crazy, but that's just stuck with me my whole life. So I don't eat any of them. When I eat salad, I eat lemon on it. If I eat a hamburger or cheeseburger, I put lettuce, tomato, and cheese, and that's it. I eat it dry. And,
what about sauces? Do you like sauces?
I like I like spaghetti sauce, like red sauces and spaghetti or white sauces and stuff like that. But in general, no, I don't eat a lot of sauces.
Wow.
No, not really. Like I love Mexican food, but I eat Mexican like I love Chipotle. I know that's not really Mexican, but it's like my kind of Mexican, you know, American Mexican food. But I don't eat any of the stuff. Oh, I love
Do you
cheese.
like cheese? You like melty queso and
I love cheese. Like that's like my thing. Like that's my
me
jam.
too. I am like I can eat any kind of cheese. Oh,
I like cheese on everything.
Same.
Like I like make pork chops, and I like to stick them and put cheese and cheese.
yeah.
Chops. I just like cheese. So I would eat cheese like all the time.
Jimmy, if you and Ron ever go to Houston, you have to go to Rachel's house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have a party.
Absolutely. So what have you always what else have you done, Rachel? Because you look like a supermodel. You should be like a supermodel or an actress or something.
Oh, good. Well, put me in a film, Jimmy.
Hey, we can work on that. And Tosh, so have you ever met Gloria Estefan, Tosh? Because she's in Miami. I went to a party with her once.
I've never met her. I've literally crossed my fingers. One day I run into her like in Calle Ocho or something, but no, I haven't met her yet.
You actually look like you could be like her like granddaughter or something, because I guess
right.
She's old.
It's the Latin and the hair and the curls.
The hair and
I know.
your face and your thin face and everything kind of like makes you look a lot like. She's very nice. At least when I met her, she was really nice. I met her with Shaq one day at a party. And
Shaq as in Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
Oh my God, so crazy because so I work at a restaurant at Ball Harbor, like a really fancy place. And one day I had to serve him one day. And then crazy enough, he was super nice. Crazy enough, like a couple weeks later, I was at an EDM festival at EDC in Orlando. And then I see he's DJing and I'm like, what the hell? Like Shaq is a DJ? And he's like a bass, like trap EDM DJ. And he like kills it. And I was just like, wow, I served this man. And I had no idea he's a DJ now. Like, that's crazy. Yeah.
No, that's fun. Bal Harbor's fabulous. Back when I was
Bal Harbor is beautiful.
I used to shop there all the time. Back when I was working for, I'm been self-employed for like 30 years, but before that I had a good job with someone else, and I used to go and blow money in Bal Harbor like it was like going out of style, like a dumb idiot person who's 25 making $200,000 a year, and they think it's never going to end. So you just spend $10,000. Stupid shit. But I wish I had all that money.
Hey, Jimmy, talk about Halloween Hotness.
Oh, Halloween Hotness was awesome, and you screwed us. You didn't show up. You would have had such a good time. We went to Halloween Hotness. It raised money for St. Jude's. It's at the Madame Tussauds in Hollywood, California, and the party was on the roof, but you got to go through the whole thing, and there were so many fun, a lot of celebrities there walking the red carpet and hanging out. And one of the coolest people that I met, and now I forgot her name, but you guys, I don't know if you guys are old enough, but you guys remember the Waltons?
Yeah.
Of course.
The Waltons. So the lady who played the mom on the Waltons was there, and she looks she's like 80 something years old, but she didn't look old at all. She was awesome. And then we hung out with George Chakiris, who was the original like Academy Award winner guy from the original West Side Story, the dancer, and a lot of horror movie people, Bonnie Aarons from The Nun, and I don't know, all the people that like Brian and I just know just from going to events when we're in LA were there. But we had a really it was a really good fun time, and it raised I think they raised $17,000 too for the American Cancer Society, which was
That's fantastic.
Yeah, last year we raised like 6,000 or something, so they like way doubled it what they did, and so it's fun. And my show, the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, we were like one of the sponsors, so we were on the screen. What do you call it? The step and repeat. We were on our logo was on the step and repeat. So every time somebody got their picture taken, my logo was in the back, and it made it a lot of fun. But we had a really good time. We always have a good time, though. You know what? You have to have a good time in life, because if you're not going to have fun, you never know how long you have to be on this planet. So you might as well enjoy every moment.
Heck yeah. I can have fun in a gas station.
I bet you can.
If I was single,
Hey, Tosh, do you remember meeting Jimmy? You remember meeting Jimmy on the roof at our party?
I'm pretty sure that I met him and Ron. Like, it was like a quick, like, hi and hello, hi and goodbye. But I'm pretty sure that we, like,
I think
saw
we
each
did.
other.
You look totally familiar when you're here.
I am pretty sure we did. And, I mean, it was a really crazy event. We were just going, hi, hello, my name is blah, 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 blah. But I'm pretty sure I met them, because I was like, I think we had, like, I shook your hand, like, maybe we hugged. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I think so too. That was a really good event, Brian. By the way, we had a really good time at that event. I mean, we hung out there for we were there a really long time, and we never stay at events that long. I swear, we were there like 5 or 6 hours. And usually we're like going
The next
2 hours.
The next one I do is going to be in Connecticut in June.
Yeah.
You and Ron are invited, even if I have to fly you
That's
out.
awesome. Oh, actually, Brian wrote, "What's the strangest show we ever did?" I don't know about strangest, but our best show. Did you guys ever hear? Did you guys ever watch Doctor Who?
Yep.
So Brian, what's his name? John Barrowman, who used to be on Doctor Who, and then he got his own spin-off show, and he's also on Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. He's like super out gay now, but he's like a singer. He does everything, and he was a main character. And as soon as the screen came on, this is when we lived in Pennsylvania, and the screen opened up, he was there with a blow-up doll, and he was making out with the blow-up doll as soon as the screen came on for him, and it was hilarious. And we got 10 million plays. Like, we got that one show, 10 million plays.
Oh, yeah.
That we shared it all over the place, and it was freaking hilarious. Our show, we recently, about 2 months ago, we broke 1 billion downloads. So we've had streams or downloads.
Amazing.
1 billion downloads, and we didn't really promote like Apple iTunes and stuff very much lately, but I've been promoting that a lot, and I'm getting a lot of like plays on that every week. Matter of fact, now we're getting offers for sponsorships and ads and stuff for that, just because we're getting a lot of plays on there. So it's kind of fun, but the numbers thing is kind of weird because you never can tell. Sometimes you have somebody on and you think they're going to be really good, and then it ends up being a total buck show. Sometimes you have people who don't think they're going to be very good, and then the show is phenomenal, because we've had a few people that stunk. Also, we should say hi. Teresa Sabin is in the chat because now I moved over to the other chat. Teresa Sabin is so cool, you guys. She helps promote everything that we all do. See, she wrote Jimmy Star is the shit, which is a video series I have on YouTube. Back when I was a clothing designer, I would I dressed all like Malcolm McDowell, all the horror movie people, and I had these bracelets made that said Jimmy Star is the shit with my website on the inside of it. And so I have all these famous, there's a bunch of different versions. I'm Malcolm McDowell, and Jimmy Star is the shit. And stuff
that's
like
awesome.
that. So those are things I used to do to promote a long time ago. But Teresa Sabin is like a saint. She's like a saint. She really is. And Eddie's in there too. Say, hey, Eddie, what's up? She says, hey, host Rachel Roberts. And actually, he says he could be Rachel Roberts because she rocks Semper Fi. Is it Semper Fi? Is that how you say it? Oh, and it's Teresa. I have a couple of those Jimmy Star bracelets. I'll send you one. I think I still have 10 of them. But anyway, I will. I have to look. I have a container that has some in it. Ron doesn't like it because he thinks he is older and he doesn't get he thinks it means Jimmy Star is shit. He doesn't get the part. So it's Jimmy Star is the shit, not Jimmy Star is shit. And so he doesn't really like them. But I used to wear them though all the time, and it was such a great.
I want one, Jimmy. I want one, Jimmy. I want one.
I'll get one.
I'll wear that.
I want one too. Mm-hmm.
I'll get one. I think I have 10 of them left. So as long as
we will open up the show, all of our hands like this. Yes.
Hey Jimmy, talk about having a blue check on Twitter, but not one on Instagram. You should have one on Instagram, right?
It's not the biggest piece of shit ever. I'm telling you, it's Instagram's communist or something. I swear to God, I don't understand it. So I'm verified on Twitter, and I have been for 10 years. And I tried to get verified on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook denied me in less than 30 seconds. And Instagram took about 3 days, and then they sent a thing saying I don't have a big enough presence on the internet. And I sent them. I've been in a bunch of Marvel movies and a bunch of DC movies. So I have a Marvel Wikipedia, a DC and Wikipedia, Wikipedia. I have all kinds of articles. I have 500 million Google search results, and they told me I don't have enough of a presence on the internet. And I see people that are verified that I know. They're not to be mean, but they're not shit.
Yeah. They're not.
They're absolutely zero compared to any of us. They're
right.
Nobody. And but also I was at a party in Malibu, And there's a lady, and that's what she does for a living. And she basically said the reason that you don't get verified is because people are paying $18,000 to get verified on Instagram. And
I was gonna ask you because I've heard that you can pay to get verified. So obviously,
18,000. I don't need it that
so
bad. They can like
that's crazy.
my left. There's just no
That's
way.
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. If you can't get
That's
it on
crazy.
your own, and all you have to do is Google.
Jimmy,
like Brian can definitely be verified.
Hey, Jimmy, really quickly, that I find talk about Eileen Shapiro, Leland Starr, and immediate family. You got some of the best clients in the world.
So Eileen Shapiro is my business partner at World Star PR. She's also a New York Times bestselling author. She's fabulous. You can follow her on Twitter at Eileen Shapiro3, and I don't know what her Instagram is. And we work with a lot of people. Leland Sklar is one of the best bass players known to man, and he has a band called The Immediate Family that also just put out a documentary about the immediate family, and it's all these world-class musicians who played with like the biggest musicians on the planet. Like Leland Sklar, played with like Phil Collins and Lady Gaga and like all these like huge people. And so they're very, very cool. And he also has a book called Everybody Loves Me, and all it is a picture book of people, most of them famous, everybody shooting the bird. So he's got like the most famous people in the world. It's like 500 pages of people shooting the bird. And he said we could be in the next one. He said he's got enough pictures to do another book, so he said that when he does the next one, he'll let Ron and I be in it. I'll get you in it too, brother. And so it's a lot of fun. And I should tell everybody, so all of us you guys should follow everybody on this show right now in social media. I'm Jimmy Starr on Instagram, Dr. Jimmy Starr on Twitter, and Jimmy Starr Official, I think, on TikTok, because I joined TikTok even though I'm not good at it. And I have a blog, JimmyStarrsWorld.com. It got named number 39th best celebrity blog in the United States. And so it's a lot of fun. So follow all those things, and then I know I'm following Tash. I don't know, Rachel, are you on Instagram?
Yeah. Yep, I'm on. Yeah, we're on Facebook together, I think.
What is your Instagram?
Rachel Roberts Recipes.
Okay, so we're Rachel Roberts Recipes everywhere. Rachel. Okay.
Yep.
And Howard, what are you?
I'm just Howard Wiggins Facebook. We're friends on Facebook, by the way.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. Yes. Yes, we are. Hang on.
Yes, we are.
Instagram is my favorite. Oh, look at Rachel. You're so smoking hot.
Go ahead, Rachel. Talk about it real quick.
I would totally like to hit on you if I was single and straight. I mean, I know there's a lot of ifs in there.
If I liked vaginas,
yes.
Good.
If I liked them, you guys.
But I do not.
I put up really fun memes on Facebook, though. You guys should follow me on Facebook and see my memes, because like I haven't gotten kicked off yet, and I put some really like.
I love your memes. They're the best. They're the best.
I have so much fun with it, and I never understand, because some of the ones that I think will do better than others don't do so well, but I really like them. And I put really like offensive shit up, to see what I can get away with, and people love it. But they're never political. I think that's why I don't get kicked off, because I don't put up political memes. I just put up like sex perverted memes.
Yeah, right. I like that, Jimmy.
So it makes it a lot of fun, and all the way out, Teresa's laughing. I love it, but
all right, real quick, Howard, give us social media links, Howard and Rachel. Go ahead.
You go first, Rachel.
Oh, okay. You can find me on Rachel Roberts Recipes on Instagram and TikTok and whatever, Facebook, YouTube.
I'm just simply Howard Wiggins Facebook.
Go ahead, Howard.
Just Howard Wiggins Facebook. That's all you have to do. And I'm always changing my pictures.
All right.
Always got a different look. So you'll see me.
I like your cowboy hat.
It's got a rattlesnake on the top of it.
All right,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I got it just for this show. So.
And then me, you can find me at Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms. At 9 p.m., I'm dropping my Dime Una Cosa dance challenge. So hop on that, get it wiggin', and wiggin' like Howard Wiggins. There we go. And my my website is natasharumbosmusic.com.
Perfect.
Jimmy, who you have on tomorrow's show?
tomorrow I have Michael and Janine Damian. They have like one of the top movies on Netflix right now called Falling for Christmas. It's the one that stars Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet. And
oh my God, I'm literally watching that.
It's very fun. It's cheesy but fun. And we've been friends with him forever. And I forgot who my second guest is. My second guest is Bobby Marno. He was in Game of Thrones. And
oh my God, Game of Thrones! Literally, Jimmy, you're making my heart explode. I finished watching House of Dragons because of Game of Thrones. Oh my God!
And I should tell everybody, it sounds like it's a kids show. Everybody should watch Wednesday on Netflix. It is so awesome, and it's not a kids show.
That's good.
In the very first episode,
I'm watching that.
In the very first episode, the kids are making fun of her brother, and she says, "Nobody makes fun of my brother but me." And they're in the swimming pool, and she drops piranha fish in the swimming pool, and the piranha fish bite the guy's nuts off. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And with that, I got to thank Jimmy, Rachel, Howard, vocally Tosh. Tune in to Jimmy Star and Ron Russell show tomorrow. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. And we'll see you next week.